Good afternoon. I was in South Tirol, Italy. I was called by a man, and there's a health issue. There was a health issue, and they asked what we could do about it. I said we can do it online. They may come to my house in northern part of Germany, or I could come to them as well, or they might join the retreat in March in Greece. And it turned out they wanted me to come, and I went there, and it was awesome. The man who was calling for this did 2 days Sedona intensive, and he cleared up all his old memories and the feelings that are stored in his system. So he was free about that, and about his health topic. I heard some sentences that I thought, oh, that would be good to release. We did that, and we did a holistic release as well about the state it is now and the possibility that it might be at the best health ever. And that turned out to be in balance in the end as well. And when the 2 days were over, I had a workshop that was organized by this woman, and it was so awesome. I loved it very much. I explained, I told them the story of Lester, how the Sedona method was developed 20 years after his awakening, and then I explained why the questions are the way they are, and then I did with every person, they wanted it that way, a release, and it was awesome. Normally I ask the participants to accompany each other with the questions, but they wanted it different, and here I did so, and it was great. And in the end, this woman asked me to come to her place in Feldtorns, and there was another workshop, and there were also a lot of people that wanted to have a 1 hour release with me. This week was really amazing. So many smiling faces, so many clear eyes. I loved it so much. So I was in St. Johann, in Feldtorns, South Tirol, Italy, 2 workshops and a few sessions with people, and 2 intensive days with the man who called me to Italy. And this was a place, the second place I was there. I forgot to take a photo of the people with the workshop. What I realized during my stay there was that it helped a lot to explain what we are. Hale mentions in his retreats very often, you are already it. We are it. We are Infinity, eternity, we are beingness, we are the silence, expanse or vastness, we are bliss, and we are it now. There's nowhere to go, nothing to reach, we are it already. So that is true for every human being on earth. Love, everything, eternity, bliss. And so we come to this planet here, and we get some education from our parents, our relatives around us, and the first 6 years our brain is in theta wave modus, and the children take everything in they experience, and that are their roles for life. And in childhood it helps, but when we are adults it no longer helps. And it's time to get rid of a lot of beliefs that we collected back then. And in the first 3 years the children learn to identify. When you remember seeing a little child a few months, they look at their hand, and it feels like they are not identified with their body. It feels like they are looking at the hand and, oh, what's that? It's simply appearing. So that way it feels. If you have little children in your surroundings, have a look at it. So that was education. And the we are every day bombarded by the media. We learn to intensify the sense of this person in school, through economy, religion, the state, consumption and traditions help to stabilize the identification with the body, with the feeling of me. And these are chains, and with so many chains, the only way to become free is through self-realization. And that's what we do, right? And I found another nice picture, and here it says something that we do all the time. I am too weak, too short, too thin, not strong enough, too lazy, not good enough, too little, too bad, too big, too stupid, too fat, too small, too little money. This is going on in our brain all day long, right? And best way is to let go of it. Of the self-judgment. And as you see, this all is covering our beingness, that what we are. So we come to this world, experience it the way we experience it, and we we can describe these body minds. On the surface are the thoughts. Below there are feelings: apathy, sadness, fear, lust, anger, pride, courage, acceptance, peace. These are the list of feelings that the Sedona method has created. Of course there are more feelings, but they have this list. And below that, and when we do the letting go sessions, we address feelings, because when we let go of maybe apathy, then it takes we let go of the thoughts that belong to this feeling as well. So it's very effective to concentrate on the feelings. And below the feelings are the deep desires, wanting to be separate from this all, wanting security, survivor. As a body, we want to survive. We want approval, and we want to control everything and all. So, and when we notice, we say something, we feel something, and we sense what is below it. A wanting to control the situation, or is it wanting approval? And when we notice it, we can let go of it, and it has the feelings and the thoughts that it takes with them when we let go of it. So, and the most effective part we can let go of is the feeling of me, the person, the ego. That is learned, yeah, the first years. Can I welcome the sense of identification, being this body, being the thoughts, feelings? Can I welcome that sense? And could I let it go only for now? Ooh, would I? When? And when every time we let go a piece of this me feeling, I, it takes with it the deep desires, the feelings and the thoughts. So it's very effective to look for the feeling of me. This is my topic, my problem, my whatever, and then release it. And there was a question as well. Is it a therapy? No, it's not. The therapy aims at a person. It wants to better the person, fix the person. And very often we experience a therapy as exhausting, and it takes time. So the Sedona method exposes the true I. We like an onion, we layer by layer we deduct from that what we truly are. And it is easy, not exhausting, it is easy. And it doesn't take time, it's just this second. And with therapy, you after the session, you have to calm or take a rest, yeah, because the energy has gone very often. I remember those sessions. And with the Sedona method, you get energy. It costs energy to keep all the bad feelings and memories, the bad feelings, in place. And this energy gets free. So after a session, you are energized like a pair of sports shoes. And the improvement of life circumstances for the person is a byproduct with the Sedona method, not the aim. You can aim the person's life, of course, yeah. Our beingness is still there. It is covered by, yeah, our person. I have noticed here, or written down, identification with the learned I, thoughts, beliefs, attitudes, convictions. And one point I want to refer to, when we have an experience, whatever it is, then we conclude something and make a concept out of it and think that experience was in the past and in the future it will be similar or the same. And when you notice that, make a stop, break, and welcome it. Can I welcome the conclusion, the concept that I just made up? And could I let it go? Would I? When? The more we are this, not the person, the more surprises can happen in life. Not the things we expect from past experiences, but really nice things, and we think, wow. And that's the reason why to let go of the conclusions and concepts we've made up. Yeah. And all the feelings, desires, resistances belong to the person, to the learned I. And our consciousness, personal consciousness, goes into the mass and collective consciousness. And we share it with millions of people. Beingness is still there. So, on my web page, www, full stop, loslassen, L-O-S-S-E-N, full stop, online, O-N-L-I-N-E. Yeah, that's my page. There's one page with in English, and you may check out. So, have a beautiful, nice day. All the best. Your Ingrid. And maybe you want give me some feedback. I would love to. Yours, Ingrid.